How fast does it go? That question started a global war. We are revealing the 13 fastest street-legal motorcycles ever built. Not track toys. These are license-plated missiles you can put in your garage or on the highway. From the Japanese speed wars to modern Italian aerodynamics, we have the specs, the origins, and the prices. Want to know which machines can warp time on your way to the grocery store? Number 13. The Yamaha YZF-R1M. The Yamaha R1 has been a staple of the superbike world since 1998, but the M version is something special. This is the closest you can get to riding Valentino Rossi's MotoGP bike on the street. The heart of this beast is the cross-plane crankshaft engine. While most inline fours scream with a high-pitched whine, the R1M growls. The firing order is uneven, creating a connection between the throttle and the rear tire that feels almost analog in a digital world. It features a 998 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled inline four, making 198 horsepower. Top speed is electronically limited to 186 miles per hour, adhering to the gentleman's agreement, but with a simple ECU flash, this chassis is stable well past 200. It features Öhlins electronic racing suspension that adjusts itself 100 times a second. It has carbon fiber bodywork straight from the factory. Originating from the Hamamatsu factory in Japan, this bike represents the pinnacle of Yamaha's Kondo philosophy. It is refined, precise, and devastatingly fast. A brand new R1M will set you back roughly $27,000. However, on the used market, you can find earlier generations of the crossplane R1 for as low as $9,000, though the M spec holds its value incredibly well, rarely dipping below $20,000. The R1M uses technology to manage speed, but the next entry uses sheer mechanical violence and variable valve timing to dominate the straights. Number 12. The Suzuki GSX-R1000R, the Gisser, the king of sport bikes. The Suzuki has a reputation for building engines that are essentially bulletproof, and the GSX-R1000R is the ultimate expression of that philosophy. While other manufacturers chased complex electronics early on, Suzuki focused on R8 mechanical grip and power. This machine features a 999 cubic centimeter inline four engine. But the secret weapon here is the VEVT, variable valve timing. This technology was developed directly from their GSX-RR MotoGP program. It uses a centrifugal mechanical system, steel balls, and the cam sprocket that move outward at high RPM to retard the intake cam timing. This gives you massive low-end torque for the street and screaming top-end power for the track. It produces 199 horsepower. Like the Yamaha, it is limited to 186 miles per hour. But tuners have pushed this stock internal engine well past that barrier with nothing but bolt-on parts. The R model comes with Showa balance-free suspension, which is identifiable by the gas reservoirs on the fork legs. Originating from Hamamatsu, Japan, alongside its rivals, the GSX-R is the working man's superbike. It is comfortable, reliable, and cheap to maintain compared to the Europeans. A new GSX-R1000R costs around $18,500, making it a performance bargain. On the used market, you can find the current generation for roughly $13,000. It is the most accessible way to join the 180 miles per hour club. If you're enjoying this video, the like button is right there. Show your support. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that more videos like this will come your way. While Suzuki focused on the track, Honda once built a bike specifically to steal the world's fastest title from Kawasaki, creating a legacy of refinement that still stands today. Number 11. The Honda CBR 1100XX Super Blackbird. In 1996, the world was different. The Kawasaki ZX-11 was the speed king. Honda, usually the conservative company, decided they had enough. They went to the drawing board with one goal: destroy the Kawasaki. They named their creation after the fastest spy plane in history, the SR-71 Blackbird. The Super Blackbird features a 1,137 cubic centimeter inline four. It was the first Honda to use dual counterbalancers, making the engine turbine smooth. You can sit at 170 miles per hour and the mirrors are perfectly clear. It produced 164 horsepower, which was an astronomical figure in the 90s. Originating from Japan, the Blackbird held the title of fastest production motorcycle with a top speed of 178.5 miles per hour, with some tests clocking it over 180. It held this title for 2 years before the Suzuki Hayabusa arrived. The Blackbird is not just fast, It is sophisticated. It introduced linked braking and aerodynamic styling that looked like a shark cutting through the water. It is a gentleman's express. You cannot buy a new one, as production ended in 2007. But this is the best value on this entire list. You can find a clean, low-mileage Super Blackbird for $4,000 to $5,000. It is a piece of history that still embarrasses modern cars. Honda aimed for smoothness, but the Italians aimed for pure, unadulterated beauty, and they named their bike after the exact speed it could achieve. Number 10. The MV Agusta F4 R312. Most manufacturers hide their top speed. MV Agusta put it right in the name. The 312 stands for 312 kilometers per hour. That translates to 194 miles per hour. This was MV Agusta's response to the gentleman's agreement. They simply ignored it. Designed by the Michelangelo of motorcycles, Massimo Tamburini, the F4 is widely considered the most beautiful motorcycle ever made. Originating from Varese, Italy, it features a 998 cubic centimeter inline-4 with radial valves. The exhaust system features 4 organ pipes exiting under the seat, creating a soundtrack that sends shivers down your spine. It produces 183 horsepower, but the aerodynamics allow it to slice through the air with incredible efficiency. This bike is raw. It is uncomfortable. The heat from the exhaust cooks your legs. The suspension is rock hard. It demands everything from the rider. But when you tuck in behind that screen and see the needle climb past 190, you forgive it for everything. These bikes are rare. A new equivalent, the F4RR, costs upwards of $40,000 if you can find one. A used F4R 312 from 2007 serves as a collector's item, fetching between $12,000 and $15,000. It is mechanical art that moves at the speed of light. The Italians ignored the rules, but the Germans decided to rewrite the rulebook entirely, creating a machine that forced every other manufacturer to play catch-up. Number 9. The BMW S1000RR. In 2009, BMW didn't just release a motorcycle, they dropped a nuclear bomb on the Japanese Big Four. Before this moment, BMW was synonymous with heated vests, flip-up helmets, and polite touring bikes for dentist retirees. Then, out of the factory in Berlin, Germany, rolled the S1000RR, a machine that decimated the competition overnight. It changed the hierarchy of power forever. The modern iteration features the revolutionary shift cam technology. This is a 999 cubic centimeter inline-4 that physically shifts the intake camshaft profile at exactly 9,000 RPM. It is like having 2 engines in one chassis. Below 9,000, it is docile, efficient, and torquey, perfect for street riding. But once you cross that threshold, the cam slides over, the lift increases, and it transforms into a screaming race engine. It produces 205 horsepower. The quick shifter allows you to bang through gears without lifting the throttle, creating a sound that resembles a shotgun blast. The top speed is electronically limited to 188 miles per hour simply because the lawyers got scared. Unrestricted, this aerodynamic wedge will push 195 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. It was the pioneer of the modern electronic suite, offering traction control that makes you look like a hero and wheelie control that keeps you safe. Yet, in typical German fashion, it features heated grips and cruise control. It proves that you can be comfortable while effectively breaking the sound barrier. It is the most complete superbike package on the market. A new S1000RR starts around $18,000, which is a bargain for this level of performance. However, if you spec it with the M package, adding carbon fiber wheels and a lightweight battery, the price jumps to $25,000. But the real steal is the used market. You can find the legendary first-generation models, famous for their asymmetrical alien headlights, for as low as $8,500. Germany brought tech, but Italy fired back with displacement, adding more cylinders and more chaos to the mix. Number 8. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 1100. If you close your eyes and listen to this bike, you will swear you are at a MotoGP race. Originating from Noli, Italy, Aprilia has won 54 world titles, and they crammed all that experience into the RSV4. Unlike the inline-4s we have discussed, this uses a 65-degree V4 engine. For the 1100 model, they bumped the displacement up to 1,077 cubic centimeters. This cheating displacement allows it to make massive torque everywhere. It produces 217 horsepower. It is compact. It is tiny. When you sit on it, you feel like you are sitting on the front wheel. The handling is telepathic. The top speed is quoted at 199 miles per hour. It features massive aerodynamic winglets integrated into the double fairing, which create downforce to keep the front wheel on the ground at 180 miles per hour. This is a track weapon with lights. It runs hot, it is thirsty, and the neutral gear is impossible to find. But the performance is absolute. A new RSV4 factory costs around $26,000. Used 1100s are holding value, hovering around $18,000. While the V4 is a marvel of modern engineering, there was a time when pure aerodynamic experimentation led to a bike that was so fast, it scared the politicians into stepping in. Number 7. The Kawasaki Ninja ZX-12R. The year was 2000. The Hayabusa had just broken the 190 miles per hour barrier. Kawasaki, the original Speed Kings, refused to be second. They built the ZX-12R. Originating from Japan, this was the first motorcycle to use a monocoque frame, a massive aluminum backbone that acts as the airbox. The 2000 model year ZX-12R is legendary because it was the last bike produced before the Gentleman's Agreement took effect. It features a 1,199 cubic centimeter inline-4, making 178 horsepower. But with ram air at speed, that number jumped over 190. It features massive aerodynamic winglets on the side of the fairing. Decades before MotoGP made them cool. It was designed to pierce the air. In unrestricted form, this bike would hit 195 miles per hour. It was raw, violent, and difficult to ride fast. Because it was only unrestricted for 1 year, the 2000 A1 model is a collector's item. You can find used examples for roughly $6,000. It is a budget-friendly way to own a piece of speed war history that terrified governments. Kawasaki tried to beat the air with a 12R, but Ducati decided to beat the air with wings and the highest revving engine in their history. Number 6. The Ducati Panigale V4R. This is not a street bike. This is a World Superbike homologation special that just happens to have a license plate holder. Originating from Bologna, Italy, the V4R is the halo model of the Panigale range. It drops the engine displacement down to 998 cubic centimeters to meet racing regulations, but it spins to a stratospheric 16,500 RPM. It makes 218 horsepower in stock trim. If you add the race exhaust, which comes in the crate, it jumps to 2,037 horsepower. It features a dry clutch that rattles like a bag of bolts, the signature Ducati sound. It has carbon fiber wings that generate 66 pounds of downforce at 170 miles per hour. It is physically exhausting to ride because it is so stiff and aggressive. Top speed? In race trim, it will crack 200 miles per hour. This is a toy for the wealthy. A new Panigale V4R costs $45,000. Used ones do not depreciate much. Expect to pay upwards of $35,000. It is the closest thing to a Ferrari on two wheels. While Ducati went for high revving agility, Suzuki went for aerodynamic dominance and created the bird of prey that defined an entire generation. Quick pit stop. Pause the video for a second. We are climbing into the hyperbike territory now. These machines are faster than a Bugatti Veyron up to 100 miles per hour. I need to know. Are you a fan of the lightweight Italian missiles, or do you prefer the heavyweight Japanese muscular bikes? Tell me in the comments below. Team Italy or Team Japan? Okay, visor down. Let's get back to the speed. Number 5. The Suzuki GSX-R1000R Hayabusa, the legend. Named after the Japanese peregrine falcon, a bird that dives at 200 miles per hour and preys on blackbirds. This bike was built with one purpose: to dethrone the Honda Blackbird, and it succeeded. Originating from Japan in 1999, the Hayabusa shocked the world with its styling. It looked like a melted blob, but that shape was crafted in a wind tunnel. It is the most aerodynamic motorcycle ever mass-produced. The original Gen 1 featured a 1,299 cubic centimeter engine, making 173 horsepower. The 1999 model was unrestricted and could hit 194 miles per hour straight out of the box. The current Gen 3 model is more refined, with cruise control and sophisticated electronics, but the soul remains. It is a heavyweight torque monster. It doesn't scream, it rushes. It is surprisingly comfortable. It is the chosen platform for drag racers worldwide because the engine can handle 1,000 horsepower with a turbocharger. A new Gen 3 Hayabusa costs $19,000. A used Gen 1, the unrestricted legend, can be found for as low as $5,000. It is the undisputed king of the Autobahn. But Kawasaki refused to let Suzuki keep the crown forever. They responded with a bike that believed there is no replacement for displacement. Number 4. The Kawasaki Ninja ZX-R1000R. When Suzuki built a 1300, Kawasaki took it personally and built a 1400. This is the natural enemy of the Hayabusa. This is the quarter-mile king. Originating from Japan, the ZX-R1000R represents the pinnacle of the displacement wars, proving that there is simply no replacement for displacement. It features a massive 1,441 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine. It is the largest engine in the hypersport class. It produces a staggering 208 horsepower when the ram air intake is pressurized at speed. But the horsepower figure is almost irrelevant compared to the torque. It has so much low-end grunt that you can literally start in third gear from a dead stop and not even stall the engine. It pulls like a diesel locomotive that runs on jet fuel. While the Hayabusa is known for its sleek wind tunnel curves, the ZX-R1000R is a brute. It features a wide, imposing face with 4 projector beam headlights that look like the eyes of a predatory spider waiting to strike. It is long, low, and stable. On the drag strip, a stock ZX-R1000R will run a 9-second quarter mile with a competent rider. The top speed is electronically limited to 186 miles per hour, but removing that limiter reveals a machine capable of cracking 200 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. Despite its violence, it is arguably more comfortable than its Suzuki rival. It offers a smoother ride and superior wind protection, making it the ultimate hyper-tourer for crossing state lines in record time. A new ZX-R1000R costs roughly $17,000. Used examples are incredible bargains, available for around $8,000. If you want to be the fastest thing in a straight line, this is your weapon, the podium, the holy trinity of speed. We have cleared the hyper-tourers. We have cleared the jet engines. What remains are the 3 kings of velocity. We are about to look at an electric nightmare that accelerates so fast it blurs your vision. We are about to meet a masterpiece that brings MotoGP technology to the street. Tighten your chin strap. It is time to meet the fastest motorcycles on Earth. Number 3. The Lightning LS2 118. The name tells you everything you need to know. 218 isn't just a random model number. It stands for 218 miles per hour. That is the official record this electric motorcycle set at the legendary Bonneville Salt Flats. And the craziest part? Yes, you can actually buy one, put a license plate on it, and ride it to work, assuming you want to get there before you even left. Originating from the tech hub of California, USA, the Lightning LS218 holds the title of the fastest production electric motorcycle in the world. It features a sophisticated liquid-cooled electric motor that produces a massive 200 horsepower. But seasoned riders know that horsepower is not the scary number here. It is the torque. This silent assassin makes 168 foot-pounds of torque. To put that in perspective for the gas-powered purists, a Ducati Panigale V4R, one of the fastest gas bikes on Earth, makes roughly 90 foot-pounds. The Lightning makes nearly double that, and crucially, it makes it from 0 RPM. There is no gearbox to fumble with. There is no clutch to slip. There is no shifting. You just twist the throttle, and your vision blurs instantly. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in a mind-bending 2.2 seconds. It hits 100 miles per hour faster than you can read this sentence. To handle this velocity, it features top-shelf components like Öhlins suspension and Brembo brakes, which are essential because the weight is the enemy. It tips the scales at nearly 500 pounds due to the massive battery pack. However, the instant torque overcomes the mass easily, making the weight disappear the moment you start moving. This is a boutique motorcycle built to order. The price starts around $39,000 and can climb higher with extended battery options. It is rare, it is silent, and it is absolutely terrifying. But if electric motors don't have enough drama for you, how about a motorcycle powered by a helicopter engine? Number 2. The MTT 420RR. This is not a motorcycle. This is a jet engine with handlebars. Marine turbine technologies, originating from the swamps of Louisiana, USA, became famous for the original Y2K bike owned by Jay Leno. But the 420RR is the modern, terrifying evolution of that beast. It represents the absolute pinnacle of excess and American engineering insanity. It is powered by a Rolls-Royce Allison C20 B-gas turbine engine. To be clear, this is an engine usually found powering a Bell Jet Ranger helicopter thousands of feet in the air. MT decided to strap it between two wheels. It produces a mind-bending 420 horsepower and, more importantly, 500 foot-pounds of torque. That is enough torque to pull a house off its foundation. It runs on diesel or Jetta fuel, meaning you can fill up at a truck stop or an airport. It idles at a screaming 5,000 RPM and redlines at a stratospheric 54,000 RPM. The sound is not an exhaust note. It is a deafening jet whine that shatters windows. The exhaust gases exiting the massive pipe are hot enough to melt the bumper of the car behind you at a stoplight, a phenomenon that has actually happened to owners. It features a unique two-speed automatic transmission because shifting gears at 50,000 RPM is impossible. The top speed? MT claims it is geared for over 275 miles per hour. It remains street legal in the USA, largely because the regulators simply do not know how to classify it. It relies on a rearview camera because standard mirrors would vibrate off due to the turbine frequency. The price? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. It starts around $250,000. It is the ultimate flex for the billionaire who is bored with Bugattis. But there is one bike that is attainable, mass-produced, runs on pump gas, and uses forced induction to destroy everything in its path. The king of the street. Number 1. The Kawasaki Ninja H2. This is not just a motorcycle, it is an engineering statement. It stands alone as the only production motorcycle in the world equipped with a factory-installed supercharger. To build it, Kawasaki Heavy Industries had to call in favors from their own aerospace division, the same engineers who build gas turbines for jets, to design a centrifugal supercharger specifically tuned for this motorcycle engine. Originating from Japan, the H2O is the machine that rewrote the physics of acceleration. While its track-only brother, the H2R, makes over 300 horsepower, the street-legal H2 produces a staggering 228 horsepower with ram air. But horsepower numbers on a spec sheet do not tell the story. It is the sound. It is the chirp. The supercharger impeller spins at over 130,000 RPM, breaking the speed of sound at the blade tips. When you let off the throttle, the pressure release creates a distinctive bird-like chirp that is unlike anything else on the road. It sounds like a rally car mixed with a fighter jet. It features technology that sounds like science fiction. It has self-healing paint that contains a special chemical structure, allowing it to repair minor scratches just by sitting in the warm sun. It utilizes a high-tensile steel trellis frame, chosen not just for style, but because it allows air to circulate and help dissipate the massive heat generated by the supercharger. It proudly wears the Rivermark logo, a symbol reserved only for Kawasaki's most historical and significant products. The acceleration is violent. The supercharger provides instant boost from anywhere in the rev range. While it comes electronically limited, a simple ECU flash and a gear change unlocks the potential for 220 miles per hour plus. It is arguably the fastest accelerating street vehicle money can buy. A new Ninja H2 Carbon costs around $35,000. Used models hold their value extremely well, rarely dropping below $25,000. It is the undisputed king of street legal velocity. If you want to see other motorcycle videos, click on your right. Go on, click it. I'll see you there. If you continue to have a need for speed, click that like button and subscribe so you don't get left in the dust.